Porinju Veliyath, the MD and Portfolio Manager at Equity Intelligence India, joining in right here in our Mumbai studio, sitting right next to us. Porinju, hi, good morning. Well, closing in the financial year today, the Nifty is appreciated 19% despite all odds. You know, as they always say in the market, it's climbed the wall of worry smoothly. But mid-caps, a 34% appreciation just on the index. Small caps up 42%. You're the mid-cap maverick. Tell us, which are the three top stocks which have worked for you in your portfolio?
Last year it was, I think, Biocon was one of the main stocks. And even Jubilant Life Science and Dawat, LT Foods. We had a lot of stocks. We are not, being in small and mid-cap stocks. We have normally 10, 12 stocks in a portfolio. But recently, because of the AUM has been going up, we have around 40-45 stocks in the total portfolio. So there are a lot of them, like even TCI, TCI Express, HSIL. Most of the stocks are doing very well. And I think we have around 42% return as on yesterday, even slightly above the mid-cap.
Last 1 year,
yeah,
you've given 42% return.
Without looking today's, otherwise it's 40%.
Yeah, today another 1% I should add, right? That makes it 43.
So this is not only me. I think most of the active and smart players in the market, they are making such kind of returns. Somebody could be out there making 100% return on, because as I used to say, this is a heaven for stock picking, especially the mid-cap stock picking.
When last time when such extraordinary return came, they happened in 2007 and then 2008 happened. That's my only fear. I mean, making money off late in mid and small cap stocks has been very easy. And stock markets, we know that the long-term averages are 2 or 3%, maximum 5% higher than the cost of capital. The cost of capital is about 9 or 10% in India. Add another 5. So the long-term average return should settle anywhere between 12 to 15%. We are way above that average now.
Of course, India generally offers, people used to ask the theme, which segment you are looking at. I think India itself is the theme today. The whole world is looking at. If they have missed out, they are going to look at that. We are at I used to say, if you remember, at an inflection point as an economy, as a politics, in the political scenario. Everything has been at an inflection point. And the companies, they're structurally changing. I don't know, Nikunj, if you remember 1.5 years ago, since I used to talk about chore management. Yes. To focus on,
We had a long chat, I guess, on Market Masters.
Yeah, now that is being reaffirmed, after this demonetization. Yeah. The changes, the structural changes happening in Indian economy, it's not people taking it very simple and small. It's something historic. So in which stock pickers have got abundant opportunity. I'm telling you, the whole India is an opportunity. One need not really look into which sector is going to do well. Of course, that bottom-up approach, we are most suitable. We have a long way to go. It's like, that's why I never got bearish in the last 3-4 years, since 2012.
You're still not bearish.
And that's really worked for you.
I know. No sensible person can become bearish unless for a day trading kind of thing. Because, as I always put it, investors should remember, we are just $2 trillion economy. We have to grow. We have no choice. Yeah. So that will reflect in the wealth creation by smart investors and entrepreneurs. There's no doubt about that. That is the macro big picture. But it's very unfortunate, Nikunj, a lot of people, active traders or market participants, they are focusing on, very, very less important, insignificant technical aspects. Which stocks are going to T2T or 5% circuit, or which are the, F&O band. Or put call ratio, all this kind of, I'm not talking bad about them, but people always miss out on the big picture, and and they miss out on opportunities.
Okay, so your recent most buys, that's Simco as well as TCI Express. Give us the big picture here. Why is it that you're bullish on these two names?
Simco, to be very frank, it is not any portfolio management buy, it's a small cap. I bought personally last week. To be very frank, I was looking at some companies which were at the 52-week lows. So one of them was, this stock, Simco. It came down to 58 rupees. And it was fancied earlier on the railway theme. Even I used to discuss about that. So I don't know, mad following by the people. It's not. I am getting scared about it. So I just bought because it came to 52-week low. Then I bought some more next day where somebody was offering. I saw some big seller. That could be, even I had tweeted, the March ending opportunities in the mid cap and small caps. That could be in.
Are you planning to buy more?
So
that's my next question. I know you bought.
That went to 52-week high from the low in 3 days.
Okay.
So that's very
I
unfair.
hope you bought enough.
But that is not the way to pick stocks. We have so many of opportunities. One need not go and buy stocks which have gone up in a short period by 50%, 100%. I think now it went up by some 80, 85% since that. But that is not the way to pick stocks because there is no shortage of ideas in this country. And the theme I was talking, I am very much confident on that, Nikunj. The turnarounds in India. I've been talking the last 2 years. There is no country in the world, which will give this kind of an opportunity. So many number of companies. I think we are second highest. We have the number of stocks listed companies second highest in the world today. And a lot of them, which were not very relevant, which were not even known, hundreds of such companies are getting into, the mode, a relevance mode going forward. The promoters are changing. They're trying to manage the company better, more professionally.
So give us some names which actually fit into this bracket and, tick all the check boxes.
My God, names, these small names I don't want to discuss on these things. But unfortunately, the opportunities are more in the smaller and mid caps where you can multiply your money in the coming years. Next 2 to 3 years, I am seeing very clear visibility on, maybe 500 to 1,000 small companies, smaller mid caps, going by, 2 times, 5 times and 10 times.
10 times
I'm
also.
talking about nearly 1,000 companies. Not all at 10, I mean, some of them may double and triple kind of. So that is the kind of opportunity still, even though a lot of them have already done it in the last few years, if you remember.
So are you betting on, there are two types of turnaround. One is the business turns around.
Yeah.
Second, there could be a turnaround because of change of management, or there could be a turnaround because you're working on deleveraging your balance sheet, you're trying to fix your house by fixing the financial leverage. So what kind of turnaround are you betting on?
I think all these are coming in that definition. The most interesting to me, it looks the management turnaround. The style of the management in managing the company is changing. And this is happening in two, first
Give
of
me
all.
an example. I'll tell you why. I mean, I'm not insisting on a stock idea. I don't want you to talk your book. This is a public forum. But give me an example of something which you have bought, not recently, but let's say 6-7 months ago, where you are betting on this kind of a turnaround. I just want to understand the thought here. I want to understand the way you're thinking and the way you're investing.
Okay. Recently, I even before demonetization, I was talking about, channel, about it is in the future, it's going to be difficult to siphon off money, amass, accumulate black money, and comfortably spend the black money. That is going to be this was my Diwali theme, if you remember.
Yes, I remember.
Then came the demonetization. So in fact, it was something like a prediction, and I am very proud of that. And this is very important for all of us. Every Indian, I used to talk about equal opportunity for every Indian. Those who deal with black money and doing crimes, they have got an advantage in this country. They used to have, but in the future, the good citizens also will be having equal opportunity because of all these things. That is what is ideal and required. So your question about how you look at stocks. So because of this structural change happening in the economy from black to white, I was looking at some industries, to be very frank, where there is a lot of black money deals happening. Plywood industry was something I was looking at.
Very unorganized, very unorganized.
Very unorganized, and especially some geography-wise also. So recently, I bought a few months ago. I bought 5% of a small company. I'm not a rich man to buy.
Startup Plywood.
Yeah, that's. So there, the industry is totally unorganized. So this is a very old company with a very strong brand, Duro. Duro and Kitplay was the only two big brands in India a couple of decades ago. Now this company, because maybe there was no, I won't say the management turnaround in this, but managements can, because they were forced because of the structure of the economy. I mean the industry, the segment, mostly cash deals, so no excess duty paid, money is siphoned out, so income tax is paid. So that's a kind of, there are many other industries also. This is one of the highest black element segment. So it is, so I'm betting on those kind of stories. It's very difficult to say this was only some 50-60 crores market cap. A very strong, high quality brand, and long way to go in this country as an industry. Because there could be some temporary setback because of demonetization in the house construction at middle level. That all will change. We will see again boom coming into the construction, people making homes. Now government is talking about a home for everybody in this country.
Yes.
So these all are going to lead, some of these industries which are not well organized, they can grow very big. Now the very unorganized black money guys will be closing down in plywood.
Yes.
So the organized, see the listed companies are organized companies in general.
Yeah.
So that is why I used to be extremely bullish on demonetization from a stock picking point of view.
So you're betting on this whole shift from unorganized to
Yes, yes.
organized. Very quickly then, when does your PMS cross the 1,000 crore AUM mark? Will it happen in FY18 or will you have to wait a little longer?
Actually, yesterday we crossed 800 crores.
Okay, so not very far
That's something
then.
that was very amazing. I think it was almost 100% from the last year. Even half of that is the profits, maybe more than half is profits generated and additional money is coming. PMS format is something, now it has got its limitation also beyond certain levels. We have 1,200 clients now. Now AIF is a new theme coming up, I think in fund management. That can be the future of fund management in India. Yeah. So maybe a big portion of the mutual fund business and portfolio managers can go into AIF because smart stock pickers, there are a lot of them in the country. Most of them are not known. They may be not coming on a TV channel or they may be not available to comment. But there are very, very smart stock pickers in this country. They are making wealth for themselves.
New generation of investors has really moved up. So, we are going beyond just mutual funds and we're just going beyond some specific, open-ended schemes. Okay, my next question is about what's going on in the small cap space. And if I look at fund schemes which are offering small cap stocks, they're not accepting money. Motilal Oswal, they put a blanket ban on new acceptance. BlackRock also has done the same because some of the fund managers who are running these schemes, they feel that the value in the small cap space is missing. But you are still accepting fresh money, which means that you still find there is value in the small and the mid cap space.
Definitely, yes. I am seeing it as a very attractive segment. Indian small caps and mid caps. It's an amazing space to be in. And next at least 2 to 3 years, I am seeing major, wealth creation.
Give our viewers one wealth creation idea for FY18, not short term, with a proper disclaimer.
I don't want to go into many new ideas. Some of the ideas which I am still extremely bullish, like Tata Global Beverages, the TCI and TCI Express. There are a lot of them. Even some private banks, I was talking last time, Lakshmi Vilas Bank, South Indian Bank, Federal Bank has already moved up. It can still be good. And Nikunj, is here a lot of money which is going to come into equity markets. I'm expecting at least $100 billion from Indian households net fresh equity flow into Indian markets in the next 18 months' time.
$100 billion?
Yes.
I have to pause and understand what is the importance of $100 billion.
No, that's a kind of domestic savings, household savings, which is going to come in, hit
the number for this year is about 60,000 crores. And who would have thought that we would ever get close to 10,000 crore 3-4 years ago when there was a redemption at mutual fund level on a daily basis. So frankly, if you ask me, the man of the match actually have been domestic institutional investors and people like Porinju who have really taken the leap of faith.
Motilal Oswal AMC has hit a size of $2.9 billion.
That's
Their
the
large
new
cap
India.
Fund is only, as old as 4 years.
That's the new India.
Yeah.
Porinju, the challenge with buying mid and small cap stocks and buying now is that you're spoiled with the past performance. I know you have a solid track record, but to imagine that you can generate a CAGR return of 35 to 40% at these market conditions, at these levels would be difficult.
That's every year I used to think so. But it's happening, we can't help it.
And kudos to you.
Because we are in India, so the whole reason why it's happening, I think above average stock picker in this country can make it for next 2-3 years, definitely. Maybe a 20-25% CAGR for next 10 years. Because India is structurally changing. Look, again I am telling you, I don't want to go into politics, but the way country is managed today, our economy is managed today by the economies, by the politicians. This is like never before. Yeah. See, people are not noticing. The media is not really giving enough coverage to what's happening in this country. The major changes and the reforms happening. And I'm telling you, even this, I want to say again, maybe it's a very good time again to look at some infrastructure companies. Like, that Jay Kumar, I used to talk about Sunil High Tech. There are a lot of them. I just telling some names coming to my mind. Investors should really look at that. Now they will, going forward, there will be a lot, orders started coming in already. because there was a gestation period. So people who bought these stocks 1 year ago, some of them got disappointed, but now the orders started coming in. So in another 6 months time, 1 year time, people will be excited looking at the order book position, the margin. See, in the infrastructure segment, these companies, EPC companies and all, their margins were very low earlier. Now that is shifting to high margin businesses. Means now it is reasonable margin.
Operating leverage is also kicking in.
Yeah, and the balance sheets are getting cleaner. Government is doing a lot of things to deleverage companies, the banks, NPA problems. There are a lot of things happening and actions happening in the economy, maybe for the first time to this level and to this at this scale. This is something equity investors should take note of that.
Fair point. All right, always a pleasure. Thank you for joining us and enjoy your stay in Mumbai.
Thank you.
Thank you very
All the
much.
best.
Thanks.
Have a great time.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.